One kind of problem that you might see in your Circuit Analysis 2 class is the operational amplifier integrator circuit. It's really not that bad once you break it down, so let's go ahead and get started. The first and most important thing we have to remember is a basic op-amp principle, which is that when we have a inverting input, we know that the voltage across these 2 points is going to be the same. Again, this is grounded, so we know that we have 0 volts here. Therefore, we can infer at this point we have the same thing. The next important thing we have to remember is how a capacitor actually functions. Remember, a capacitor is time dependent for voltage. So we know that our VC of t, is going to be time dependent. The next thing that we're going to do that's very important is we're going to set up a basic relation here with our V out and our VC of t. So we know that 0 minus our V out is going to be equal to our VC of t. Therefore, VC of t is equal to the inverse of V out. This is going to be important later on, and we'll use it shortly. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to do a very basic KCL at this node. So let's set up our 2 currents, I1 and I2. Remember that there is no current going through here because there is infinite impedance. Therefore, we know that I1 is equal to I2. So what is I1? I1 is going to be our input voltage minus, again, we know that we have 0, over our Rn. Ri2, in this case, is going to be obviously IC, but remember, this is a very important equation. IC is equal to our C times dVc t dt. If you don't have this equation memorized backwards and forwards, I would highly recommend you do so. All right, let's go ahead and figure out what our I2 is. It is our CF times dVc dt. But remember this relationship earlier. We know that our V in over R in is going to be equal to the CF times D of negative V out dt. So what do we have to do? We have to multiply by some sort of factor that we can isolate our V out. So let's go ahead and break this down. The first thing we're going to have to do, obviously, is we're going to have to integrate with respect to t. The next thing that we're going to have to do is we're going to have to multiply by some sort of -1 to get rid of the factor. Next thing that we're going to have to do is multiply by the inverse of our capacitance constant. So when we break this down, what we're going to end up with is we're going to get our V out is equal to -1 over R in times CF times the integral V in of t dt. You're going to learn a little bit more about what this equation actually does and what this all means in your linear controls class. But for now, this should be able to get you through everything you need to know for E-Systems 2. Thank you.